Hello, all, and welcome to the next episode of Hanna and Eastwood Get Real. And this week we are doing a ranking episode, and we are going to be ranking our top 10 80s songs. Now, this is a major task for the both of us because we are the epitome of 80s fans. I mean, I could have put the whole of my playlist on there because most of my playlist is made up of 80s songs, and there's so many that I like that I can't describe how difficult this is going to be. Even choosing 5 for myself was difficult, so I think it's going to be a very interesting episode. So we'll start by, we've both chosen 5 songs each, and we're then going to rank them from 10 to 1.
And can I just say how nice it is to have you back?
Oh, thank you. Yes, my absence last week. We've done so many clips in between that you barely noticed that I've been gone. But yeah, we'll be saying we've chosen 5 each. We'll rank them from 10 to 1, and that is going to be a difficult process. So I'll read out my top 5. So I have gone with Africa by Toto, Take On Me by Aha, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams, and The Final Countdown by Europe.
Now on to the best, the top 5, which is Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band, Rosanna, again by Toto, You Make My Dreams by Hall & Oates, and arguably the best 80s song ever, Purple Rain by Prince and the Revolution. So shall we get on to it?
Let's go. So number 10. I think this is normally when we do these rankings, the first few sort of 10, 9, 8, we can do generally quite easily. We can just say, no, those 3 are sort of good, but not up there. But with these, I have no idea where to start.
Let me throw in a suggestion. Summer of '69.
Why?
I think all of these songs are the superior songs of the decade. Summer of '69 compared to the others is a bit tame of an 80s song. It's only memorable for the 3 chords that are used throughout the whole song, and yes, it's one of the first songs that every guitarist learns to play because
it's also one of the first songs people think of when you say 80s.
I fail to agree.
Really?
I think when I hear 80s music, I think of Africa, Toto, Take On Me, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain doesn't spring to mind for me as much.
The big hitters. For me, Summer of '69 doesn't even appear as a big hitter.
This is really difficult because I would.
If I was to choose one of mine, I would choose Abracadabra as number 10. Because again, you can't see it as one of the big hitters.
I would be more inclined to go for that, just because I think that Summer of '69 is more 80s than Abracadabra. Abracadabra is a fantastic song, but it's not quite as well known and memorable as Summer of '69. So
but
I think we'll have
if Abracadabra goes in at number 10, can you say that Summer of '69 is more memorable than any of the others left in the ranking. You can, because it's
No.
not.
But that was my argument for number 10, because I do feel that Summer of '69.
So if Abracadabra goes in at number 10, Summer of '69 has to go in at number 9.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Are you writing these down, or shall I write them down?
I'll make a note. In at 10.
This is by far the hardest ranking that we've done. By far.
So in at number 10 is Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band, and number 9 is Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. Number 8.
I think Rosanna.
I was going to say The Final Countdown.
It's such a classic, though.
It's a classic, but what's it a classic for? The riff.
But yeah.
I think if you asked people to sing The Final Countdown, they would go do 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 rather than actually sing, or they would sing the chorus. I don't.
Well, that's what you do with most songs.
I don't think many people, unless you are a musician, actually know the main components of the song.
Do you really think people know all the words to Rosanna?
Well, no.
Except for Rosanna. Because I can't say that I know. I know a few lyrics, but I know far more on The Final Countdown than I would.
Oh, don't give me that. I know you know the lyrics. You can't give me that. I know. I've spent enough time with you to know you know the lyrics to Rosanna.
I still think that people are more likely to know The Final Countdown than Rosanna. This is the problem. We're going to clash so much that coming to an agreement is going to be difficult.
But again, my argument is, if Rosanna goes in at number 8, which I'm happy to do, I'm only happy to do so if The Final Countdown goes in at number 7, because
that's okay.
Because there are, and I will keep saying this, there are far superior songs that define the 80s than Rosanna or The Final Countdown.
I would say that The Final Countdown defines the 80s more than Rosanna.
But it doesn't define the 80s as much as some of the other songs that we got.
No, well, this is the point, but which is why it's going fairly low on the list. But it's tossing up between two songs. So.
Number 8, we've got Rosanna, and number 7, we have The Final Countdown. Number 6. What is your choice for number 6? Almost halfway through.
This is getting painful now. You see,
we both have 3.
Can you name the ones that you've got left? And then I'll
Mr. Blue Sky.
That has
You Make My Dreams, and Purple Rain. And I'm saying now, I am not happy. I will refuse for Purple Rain to go in at number 6.
I don't get it. I don't understand. why you think that is. It's a great song, but
You ask people to name a song by Prince, and Prince was one of the big rock singers of the 80s. You ask them to name a song by Prince, they say Purple Rain. It's the same with Toto.
yeah,
Toto had some big number ones. Rosanna, Hold the Line, Africa. You ask people to name a Toto song, and they will say Africa. You ask people to name an Aha song, they will say Take On Me. You ask people to name an ELO song, they're likely to say Mr. Blue Sky. But I think Purple Rain is a song that defines a generation. It doesn't just define the 80s, it defines the generation. And people are still walking around with Prince and the Revolution t-shirts on.
This is so hard. When you look at what's left, Mr. Blue Sky, You Make My Dreams, Living on a Prayer, Take On Me, and Africa. I really don't know. Any inklings yourself if you're so keen to promote Purple Rain?
What are you've got Africa, Take On Me, and what was your last one?
Living on a Prayer. When Living on a Prayer, if you dare say that, when Living on a Prayer comes on in a club or in a disco or whatever, people go nuts. It is an absolute classic. Again, it's one of those ones where people know all of the lyrics.
I would actually be inclined to put one of my songs, throw one of my songs under the bus.
Really?
And put You Make My Dreams Come True.
I will take that. But I like You Make My Dreams, but you can't put Living on a Prayer lower. So it's got Living on a Prayer has got to be higher up.
So we are now at the halfway point. So just a reminder, number 10, Abracadabra, number 9, Summer of 69, number 8, Rosanna, number 7, The Final Countdown, and number 6, You Make My Dreams.
This is where it gets even more difficult.
And of course, if you disagree with us, let us know what you think, and let us know where you would rank our songs in the top 10, and if we've missed any of what you regard as the best 80s songs, let us know.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Now then, I'm happy to put, looking at the competition here, I am happy to put Living on a Prayer in at 5. If you have any arguments with that, go for it. But I feel like as you threw one under the bus, I will throw one under the bus. But I genuinely think that out of the ones left, the others can't possibly go at lower. So
Number 4.
Now come on. Mr. Blue Sky, Take On Me, Africa, or Purple Rain?
Mr. Blue Sky. I know I'm throwing one of my songs under the bus again, but we're getting to the point of the competition.
Nitty gritty stuff.
Well, it's nitty gritty stuff. And I'm thinking, you ask people to name a song from the 80s. Actually, I don't think Mr. Blue Sky would even come between Rosanna or the Final Countdown. So actually, I think we're being very generous here. It's a very good song, but I can't see it being ranked any higher than 4.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Number 3, we are getting.
I'm sorry, but Purple Rain has to go in at 3. You cannot have Take On Me in at 3, and you cannot have Africa in at 3.
I'm just going to refer to Billboard. And streaming numbers, RE Purple Rain, because I think Purple Rain is probably one of the most streamed songs. How many copies did Purple Rain sell? 25 million copies.
And the others?
How many copies did So this is on Toto 4. So Purple Rain was obviously the soundtrack, because Purple Rain obviously featured in film. $12 million.
Sorry, for Take On Me?
No, Toto 4.
Sorry. Yeah.
The album that featured Africa. I don't even want to look at Take On Me, because I know Take On Me will be lower than Africa.
Really?
But the single only charted at 137, the lowest charted AHA song.
That is a joke. That's got to be a joke. Again, I would argue that Take On Me is the go-to 80s song. It is. It just screams 80s.
Let's look at the charts. So Take On Me was number 2 in the charts between 1985, when it was released, and 2020. Its highest position is number 2.
Right.
Let's look up Africa by Toto. Number 3. The highest position is reached is number 3.
Well, this quite nicely slots them in for us, doesn't it? I think if it was down to us to do it in our own heads, it would just be, we'd just spiral on forever. Because it's just, the music in this era is just, it is the best era of music, no doubt. And there's so many superb songs. I bet Purple Rain is number 1, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's not.
But this is the album. For some reason, I'm trying to find. Oh no, this is the song.
Spill the beans then.
It actually ranked. Its highest ranking is number 8.
Hey,
But
that is a
according to
victory.
according to those figures, "Take on Me" would be the best 80s song.
Well, that's what I would have argued anyway.
Really? Above Africa
It was a tough call. It's a tough
and
call.
Purple Rain.
It's definitely above Purple Rain. It's a really difficult one for me because Africa and Take on Me are my two favourite 80s songs. So I could put, to be honest, I could put either of those at the top. But I think Take on Me is just a timeless classic.
I can't agree with you. I think if we're arguing that Purple Rain is number 3, which we haven't agreed on yet.
But the evidence says that.
I think Africa far superior. Far superior.
It's interesting because when I started off, I sort of put Africa at the top, and then as we went through, I just thought that the Take on Me is just it is 80s. That's all I can say. And Africa, I love, absolutely love, and Africa is one of my favourite songs. But when we're talking specifically about 80s, I think that Take on Me is just the perfect summary of 80s music.
What is it? I personally think if Purple Rain is going in at number 3, Africa needs to go in at number 1.
Well, as I say, I like both of those songs, so I think if we to avoid the pain of doing this for much longer, I will agree to put Africa at number 1.
Now we just need to decide what goes in at 3 and 2.
Because Purple Rain is going in at 3. Because you've just made the argument and the compensation that put it as we were. Your words exactly were: if we're putting in Purple Rain at 3, then Africa has to go in at 1. So therefore, Living on a Prayer is in at 2. You said it. And that's the only reason that I agreed to it. Because you said, oh, well, if Purple Rain's going in at 3, which is what I wanted, then Africa has to go in at first. So that's...
So there we have it. I'm back in the light now. Number 10. A very sad and sorry occasion for me. Abracadabra. Number 9, Summer 69. Number 8, Rosanna. Number 7, The Final Countdown. Number 6, You Make My Dreams. In at number 5, Living on a Prayer. Number 4, Mr. Blue Sky. Number 3, Take on Me.
Don't you dare.
Number 2, number 3, Purple Rain. Number 2, Take On Me. And the best 80s song, according to Hanna and Eastwood, is Africa by Toto.
It's one of my favourite songs. And I just want to say that I think Toto, in my opinion, is one of the best ever bands. I really do. I think this will be the next one. Best ever band. I've started something here, haven't I?
We're coming here all night.
The musicianship that Toto have, the skill set, the voice. It is. I think all of their music is absolutely superb, and it really puts to shame the music we have now.
I think all.
And I just listen back to Toto's tracks, and I just think, what the hell has happened? That was proper talent right there.
I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Twice in these rankings, you had the best comedy, British comedy, with My Family.
But I let you have Africa as number 1, which is what.
But it wasn't my song. It wasn't on my list.
But it would have been if I hadn't have chosen it for myself. It doesn't have to be your own suggestions.
There we have it.
But there we go. Another juicy debate.
If he carries on, I'll mute him. I'll just put the box over his face. There we have it. Another joyous, wonderful episode of Hanna and Eastwood Get Real. Again, if you agree with us, if you disagree with us, let us know in the comments. What would you say is your top 10 80s songs? Did we miss any?
I mean, I know we've missed quite a lot of good 80s songs, but that's the challenge you have. And it is, at the end of the day, down to personal opinion. And this is what this podcast is all about, what this YouTube channel is. It's debate. It's all about opinions and expressing our own opinions.
But anyway, remember to like the videos, and more importantly, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure that you see our new Monday reports, which are our entertainment reviews.
Yep.
And on Thursday we have started the week in 15 minutes, where we round up the week's most important news stories in 15 minutes max.
Or under.
15 minutes or under. Anyway, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you all very soon.
Good night.